All right. Hello, hello. I hope you guys are having a really great day. Um, I was driving home earlier this evening and I just had a lot of thoughts going through my mind, and I decided to come and talk to you guys because I realized that I'm towards the end of the year and I'm back to reminiscing. So, like I've said previous times, I journal a lot, and because I do that, it gives me a chance to really reflect on my past. And while I was driving today, it really settled with me that 2018 really gave me a foundation for what my life is right now and for what I got in 2019. So pretty much I'm going to be talking about myself, how I was really intentional, and that plus God's grace and favor. So me being intentional in addition to God's grace and favor really set in motion the way my life is right now. And I really can go back to 2018 to see how I was intentional in 2018, and the things that I did once I made that decision in 2018 have really put me in the position that I am now, and was able to put me in the position that I was in 2019. And regardless of anything that I honestly did, it was also just the grace and the favor of God over my life to be able to even be here to talk about this. So, backstory. At the end of 2018, I got out of a relationship. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because it's not a bad thing, but I have just been the queen of long distance relationships for like a little bit of a minute. I would meet, people, they'd be cool, but we would meet in like random scenarios, and then we would just never end up living in the same place. So I dated guys who it was just like long distance for multiple occasions. So that's exactly what happened to me in 2000, I guess some point in 2017. I met someone, they lived like far away land, and we dated. It didn't work out. But the reason why that relationship really set course for what I'm talking about today is because I kind of knew, even starting in that relationship, that it wasn't going to work out. But while I was in it, I actually thought of uprooting my life in Virginia and going to where this guy lived. So I thought about moving my whole life and being with him. And I actually spent New Year's in that state, and I realized that that wasn't for me. So New Year's of 2018, I was there, and then a bunch of other things happened, but I was like, this isn't it. And towards the end of January, the relationship just, I decided to end it. But in that moment, it made me realize that if I was ready to uproot my whole life and move to a different state to be with this guy, then I can definitely uproot my life and go pursue my dreams. So I decided in 2018 that California was it for me. I had always wanted to model, and then I had recently decided that I wanted to act as well. So the moment I made that decision for California, I was like, okay, I've made the decision. Now I have to make my life match it. So I decided to start pursuing that. I started auditioning for things related to modeling, ended up doing fashion weeks. I decided that if I want to pursue acting, I have to take an acting class. So I ended up taking a great acting class that I found, and then it led me to, getting a job doing, background for The Handmaid's Tale. So I was just very intentional after that breakup. And it also led me to making sure that I took care of my finances. So I was like, I'm moving to California. Everyone says it's really expensive. I have student loans that I'm going to be paying off for a very long time, but I still want to make sure that I cut all the expenses that I have to the best of my ability. At that time, I had 2 credit cards with interest rates that were ridiculous. So I really wanted to, pay off my credit cards. So I really made that a priority. And then I also had just bought a new car because the car that I had from pharmacy school, I thought I was going to ride it till the wheels fall off. But I came home after pharmacy school and we had a bad winter and something happened and that car just got totaled. And so I had to buy a new car. So those 2 things I really had to take care of. So I was like, I really want to pay off my credit cards and I really want to pay off my car. So in making sure that I paid off my credit cards, that took literally all of 2018 while I was doing all the things that I wanted to do in regards to modeling and acting. I was also really diligent. I really had to close my eyes sometimes when I got paid, when I got extra cash, not spend it on shoes, not spend it on frivolous things. I would really be diligent about paying off my credit cards. So I paid off my credit cards. I think probably by the end of 2018 or 2019, I paid off my credit cards. What did that do for me? It increased my credit score. So I paid off my credit cards, and then just bit by bit, I ended up, working towards paying off my car as well. And actually, I ended up paying off my car January of 2020. But the reason I brought up these things was because at the end of my relationship in January of 2018, I decided that I was going to be proactive in making sure that my life was going to go the way that I wanted it to go. So I pursued things in regards to modeling. I pursued things in regards to acting. I wanted to take care of my finances, and I made sure that I was proactive in paying off my credit card. I was making sure that I was proactive in paying my car note on time. I had a job, everything was working out fine, so I was really trying to be very responsible. What did that do for me? It literally put me in a great position where, my credit score was just increasing. And how did me being intentional back then help me in this year in general? Because I was able to buy a house this year. And at the end of the day, regardless of whether I had that money there, to be able to make that down payment on my house, regardless of whether I had help from my family, regardless of anything, if God hadn't blessed me, with this opportunity, it would have come at a different time. But once everything else fell in place with the finances and being able to afford the down payment, because I had been diligent about paying off my credit card, paying off my car, and just making sure that everything else, was in the right place, my credit score was amazing to be able to get my house. So those 2 had to come together. And some people think when you're writing goals, you want to see them happen instantly. But something I did in 2018, I made the decision to, pursue something. And 2 years later, it really, really helped me because I'm a homeowner now. And the other thing was, because I was just diligent in taking care of my responsibilities, it opened up other opportunities for me as well. So now, just because I thought I was going to be in California, I tried it. It didn't work out. I'm here in Houston, but because I still love modeling, because I still love acting, I'm looking for other avenues where I can pursue that here in Houston as well. And it just so happened that I was able to book a job, the day after my birthday, book a modeling job the day after my birthday. So it was really God just telling me that everything that I thought I wanted to do in California, it can be done here as well. And it's crazy because this verse just came to me, Proverbs 16 verse 9. It says, "A man's heart plans his course, but the Lord directs his steps." So I thought California was it for me. I thought, I was going to go over there and pursue all these dreams, and I was being diligent and working towards that. But God had plans for me to be rooted with my family in Houston. And He made that work for me. This house that I'm in right now, I'm so blessed to have it. It is, by His favor. It is by His grace. A lot of things had to come together for this. It just wasn't me. It was my family as well. But like I said, if I wasn't proactive in paying off my credit cards, if I wasn't proactive in making sure that I paid off my car when I did, my debt to income ratio would have been astronomical. I still have my student loans, but that is something that, I'm paying off bit by bit, and that's okay. But it was because all the other things I had taken care of, and so it really put me in a good position. So going into 2021, I had to reflect on that today, because now I'm in a place where I've done a lot of things that I really didn't think I was going to do. And now I have the opportunity to set new goals. And because I can see that something that I did 2 years ago has positively impacted me 2 years later, I know that I can set bigger goals. I can dream bigger dreams because, I don't have to limit myself to 6 months, to a year. I don't have to limit myself to saying, oh, if I don't get this done by, a week from now, then it's never going to happen. So, like this year, I got into trading. It's not something that I have ever done before, but it's something that I see the potential of it blessing my life like it's already has, and me being able to share it with so many people and also bless their lives. So I Am Mastery Academy is something that I said yes to in May of this year. And being able to, multiply the money that I'm already working so hard to earn, being able to do that, I can now share that with other people as well. And just like I didn't know that it was something that I could do, I'm sure there are a lot of people that I know that weren't even aware of the fact that your cell phone, your tablet, your computer can be able to help you multiply your wealth. You can be, just put into a different category of something that you would have never thought of. So it's just really important to know that if you are intentional, if you make a decision, it doesn't matter how long it takes. In 2018, I said, I want to move to California. I said, if I was thinking of uprooting my life to move to be with this guy and our relationship didn't work out, then I can be bold enough to uproot my life and go pursue my dream in California. So that's what I had planned to do. And with that course, I decided to take care of things bit by bit. And because I paid off my credit card, because I worked hard on paying off my car, I was able to get my credit to the place where the opportunity came for me to buy this house this year, it was able to work flawlessly. So 2 years. I started something in 2018, and in 2020, I saw it in fruition. I did not know that I was going to buy a house in 2020. I thought I was going to be in California. But God is amazing. I wanted to order my own steps, but like Proverbs 16 verse 9 says, I thought I knew where I was going, but God really directed me. And it is His grace over my life. It is so many blessings that came through being with my family here. So I just want to encourage you guys, because 2020 has been a lot of things for a lot of different people. But if you're alive and you are able to get up every single day, you don't want to wait till the new year to set goals. You want to do it now. You want to dream bigger than you have ever dreamt before. You want to think of the things that you kind of hope you could have, but there was some fear in you that was holding you back. Don't think about it to get it done next year. Set goals for yourself for next year. Set goals for yourself for 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Every single day, work on it bit by bit, because you never know what's going to happen. I really was just reflecting on this on my drive today, and because I journal, I literally go over the things that I've written several times just to see where my life was. And it just amazes me, because I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think that me being in this house was something that I could have ever been able to do, at least not right now. But I was very, very intentional. I said, I want to pursue modeling. I want to pursue acting. California is where it's at for me. Why wait till I get there? I'm going to do it now while I'm still in Virginia. Fashion weeks that I got to be in, they were amazing. Being on the set of The Handmaid's Tale was amazing. I saw different things. I saw what it was like for just the everyday actor, the long days, the repetition, things that I could only dream of. And if I didn't go take that acting class, I wouldn't have been connected to even get that job. So I was just very, very intentional. And I want to encourage you guys to be intentional. And this is just telling myself as well. Because as far as, the different things that I want coming on next year, I have met amazing people this year. I've built amazing relationships. I want to be intentional in those relationships. I started trading this year. I set goals for myself. I want to master a strategy and be able to help my team to be better in that strategy. I want to show so many different people what their lives could be like if they plugged in to the amazing opportunity that is trading. So being intentional for me is my goal for 2021. I saw what it did for me when I was intentional in 2018. 2 years later, because I decided to pay off some debt, because I decided to be diligent and not spend my money frivolously, to pay off my credit card, to pay off my car, my credit score was just good enough for me to be able to get this house. That was 2 years worth of work. So I put in 2 years worth of work to be able to get a house that I really did not think I was going to get. It wasn't even in my radar. It just so happened that everything fell into place. That was literally God's favor over my life. I cannot take the credit for that. But me being intentional put me in the right position to be able to do that. So going into 2021, I really want to look at, what are the things that I can be intentional about. I want to be a better trader. I want to be a better communicator. I want to be able to show as many people as possible that you can learn a new skill that can improve every aspect of your life. You can meet new people. There are people who, when May started, I had no idea who they were. And at this time in my life, I have never met these people in person. But I have an online community that is my family in Retired in 365. And every single day we are poured into. Every single day we're learning something new. And that's amazing. And I want to be more intentional in different ways in the next year. So as I was just reflecting on that, I definitely have goals that I want to write down physically so that I can see them manifest in the near future. And I encourage all of you that it doesn't matter big or small. Don't limit yourself to a week, to a month. When I started trading, my mentor said, give it 18 months. And I am in my 7th or 8th month and I'm loving it. I have challenging days. Some days I'm like, dang, this is, it's annoying. But I'm excited because I've already seen myself progress so much in so little time. And as I reflect on what I started in 2018, I might have lost a relationship, but I gained so much more. Life is funny like that. I don't regret anything. I thank God for his favor over my life. I thank God for his grace because there are days where I just know that I don't deserve any of these blessings, but I am so grateful. And I'm proud of myself for being intentional. So I definitely want to do that more in the upcoming year. So that was really just what I wanted to touch on, and to encourage you guys as well to be intentional, to be very, very, very intentional. Make a decision about something. I'm totally speaking to myself because I have a long way to go. But I'm really, really excited because the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit for all of us. So be encouraged. And every day that we're getting, to be able to breathe this breath of life, we just have to be thankful. I'm definitely thankful. I hope you guys have an amazing night. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. And 2021 is about to be amazing. All right, family. Talk to you later. Bye.